Hello, everyone. Welcome to After Hours. Happy New Year. I want to start off by just having a moment of gratitude. So, I am grateful for 2022, 2024. Grateful for family. I'm grateful for health. Grateful for cooking, for food. What would life be without food? But more importantly, without good seasonings. Because without the flavor, it's just food. So I wanted to start with that and thank you for watching this. All right, so now down to some housekeeping. So right here is a QR code. And this QR code is for you to support the stream. If you'd like to get me a Coca-Cola or maybe a rum and Coke, any support is appreciated. And then this link is for the recipe and the tools that are going to be used in this broadcast tonight if you want to follow along or later on cook this on your own. So I'm going to be making a stir fry with 5-spice powder. Very simple dish to make. However, like I said earlier, it's the spice that the spice is life. All right, so I'm going to put up the most important QR code. There you go. All right, so I'm going to start off by making a mocktail. And let me open up the chat. So, all right, cool. All right, so I'm going to be making a mocktail with some ginger ale, some Star Anise, and some cardamom bitters. So, Star Anise is actually in 5-spice powder. It is the spice I'm going to be cooking with tonight, and it smells like licorice, and it has a very earthy, warm kind of aroma, and just really infuses drinks with its intensity. It's subtly intense. It reminds me almost of it's like rosemary of seasonings. I guess this would be called a seasoning. I'm not sure. And then I have some cardamom bitters, and I add bitters to my drink to make it more round and complete, especially if the drink is on the sweet side. So I add bitters to my drink, and they go really well with mocktail. So this is not actually a complete mocktail because bitters do have a little bit of alcohol. But I guess for the sake of not being a full-fledged cocktail, I call it a mocktail for me. So that's kind of saying something. Maybe that I drink too much. All right. So I actually have not made this combination. I've been thinking about this drink this whole week, and I'm gonna try it out for the first time on live internet. Okay, I'm gonna put 2. I actually think 1 is enough because it's very, very strong. And I'm gonna swirl that around. All right, I'm gonna see how this is first. Wait. Oh, I just had a cough. That was weird. All right, let's try that again. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to try it with a couple dashes of the cardamom bitters. Now let's see how this is. You know what? For some reason, when the cardamom, the Star Anise hit the ginger ale, there was like some kind of reaction. Like I think the smell, well, went just, excuse me, went straight into my nose, and just wow, it's powerful. Oh wow, that is really, 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 really good. Please, I'm telling you, try this out. Star Anise. It's a little expensive. It's like maybe like $15 to $20, but it'll last you a really long time. And the flavor profile, you cannot beat it. So, very, very, very good choice. All right. So it's the new year, and what are your resolutions? Are you gonna cook every day? You're gonna go to a new restaurant once a month? Let me know. We could put that in the chat. You're gonna get new seasoning. So one thing that I want to do this year is I want to. Well, I'm definitely gonna be traveling. Right, I have some trips planned. I'm going to Berlin. This is written backwards, but I'm going to Berlin in April, and then to Hamburg. I haven't been there in like 15 years. Going to see some really good friends. And then I'm going to Sedona in March, going to Puerto Rico in February. So I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling this year. And one of my things is to get new recipes, new seasonings, to keep my kitchen spicy. So let me know what some of your things are. All right. Oh, and last thing is to get a coach. It's to keep my coach. I got a coach. So she's actually my sister, and it's called The Voyage. And I'm telling you, this coaching has literally transformed one of my businesses. And I'm gonna put the description and a link for her business in the description for this video so you can see it. All I can say is that I've been getting tens of thousands of hits for one of my businesses in like the last 4 weeks. Cannot explain it, but I definitely think it had a part to my sister Michelle had a part to do with it. So thank you, Michelle. And also the course I'm doing with Momentum Education. Thank you, all of my Momentum people, if you happen to be watching. All right. Okay. So this is the 5-spice powder. Okay. And how did I come across it? I came across this. I was watching the Food Network, and I was watching the Food Network, and the chef, I think his name is Jet Lai. He's a very great, I believe he's Vietnamese or Chinese chef, and he was talking about 5-spice, and I never heard of it. And so I tried it out, and I absolutely love it. I only use it for stir fry right now, vegetables, but it can be used for marinades. It can be used in baking. It's very versatile. It has a very earthy type of profile. Like, just think of Star Anise is in it. Like it has it has cinnamon in it, Chinese cinnamon. It has Star Anise in it. It has fennel seeds in it. It's just a mix of these very earthy, aromatic spices. And whoever put it together, thank you very much. Okay, so I got a lot to go through. All right. So let's start cooking. Let's actually start cooking. All right. So first things first is I'm going to chop up a bell pepper and get the split screen going again. And you can pick any vegetables that you like. You want to get like stir fry-ish vegetables. That work well in a stir fry. So definitely red pepper is definitely one. I'm making this completely vegetarian. I've really gone more in a plant-forward direction. I really just like plant-based foods. So plant-based foods, plant foods, and so in terms of my food cycle, I have. So when I say food cycle, I mean foods that I have been eating for the last 2 weeks to 2 months. And one of them is edamame. So edamame, let's see if I have it so I can show you. All right, here it is. Yeah. So edamame is this. Okay. So it's basically soybeans that are still in their pods, and they're so tasty. How I got onto it, I've been eating it like recently, like the last, well, more than 2 months. But at my job, the chef, he puts it in burgers. He makes edamame burgers, and I was really, I really enjoyed it. And so I happened to be in Whole Foods, and I saw no, it wasn't Whole Foods. It was a Trader Joe's, and I decided to try it out, and it's really, really good. So I've been putting them in my salad. So this is bok choy, and bok choy is like a Asian vegetable. So I cut off the bottom part, it's like a root, and then I'm going to take apart the leaves. So yeah, so what was I talking about? I was talking about, oh yeah, edamame. So edamame is a really great bean to have. I've been putting it in my salads. And another thing that's been in my food cycle is Asian sauces, like dipping sauces. And I've been using a lot of hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce is very central to Chinese cooking and Asian cooking. And so a lot of my dishes have hoisin sauce in it. And then in terms of the other sauces, I've been making a lot of Thai sauces. So fish sauce, cilantro, Thai red chili. So this here is a Thai red chili. I'm actually going to be using this in the dish tonight. Lime juice, sugar, scallion. That alone is a sauce, and amazing, absolutely amazing. And you can make it so quickly like that. All right, so I have all of my vegetables chopped up, and now it's time to do the stir fry. Let's make space for that. And I love this recipe because it cooks so fast. There's nothing like making a great meal and it cooks in like no time. Okay. Let's try to get this going. Alright, so I'm gonna put this on kind of low heat just to start. So I'm gonna add some vegetable oil, and actually think I'm gonna mix it also with some peanut oil, actually some sesame oil, give it a more Asian kind of flair. All right, I'm using quite a bit of oil because it's a lot of vegetables that are gonna get cooked. So I want it to be thoroughly cooked. All right. So while it's getting ready, let's talk trash. All right, time to talk trash. All right, so I call this segment "Really? I Don't Think So," and "What the Duck." Okay, so do you know that you can get Doritos flavored booze? Okay, and it's an actual liquor. You know, like how you have blends. Okay, this is a blend of whatever is supposed to give the essence of Doritos. So I'm kind of like, what would you? Because like you eat chips or like pretzels. Would you eat Doritos with Doritos booze? Something to think about. So my response to that is, I don't think so. I mean, Doritos is good as it already is. It works in its bag. Sometimes potato chips just need to stay in their place. Know your place. And I think Doritos booze is just kind of not. It's just. I just don't think so. It's a nice try, Frito Lay, but stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. All right. Miller Beer is selling Christmas shaped trees that are infused with Christmas shaped trees. Christmas trees. So they were selling because the holidays are over. Christmas shaped trees that are infused with tobacco so that it can give the scent of a dive bar. What do you think about that? I love me a dive bar. I love going to dive bars, neighborhood dive bars. However, the ones that I go to are okay, let's get this going. Had this on low heat. Okay, there we go. There we go. The ones I go to don't smell like dive bars. I mean, that's the worst thing is to go to a dive bar and it smells like beer and alcohol that's been on the floor for like years. I don't actually enjoy that. So, I guess if you are a dive bar and you want to get more of that essence of a dive bar, then probably getting that tree is the way to go. So, my response to that is, I don't think so. Nah, it's not gonna work. But you know what? There's a market for everything. There's a market for everything. You can sell anything. Which brings me to the next thing. Muckbang. I need to get some water. So I heard of mukbang about a year ago. So I'm adding some water to keep the sauce. Okay, and I'm going to add now a lot of 5-spice powder to the mix. Okay. Alright, so there's a lot of vegetables, so I want to get a lot of coverage on this. Because this and the soy sauce is going to be the only seasoning that I'm using, really. Okay. I'm going to add my soy sauce. Alright. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. Okay. So, back to mukbang. Okay, so mukbang is, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it an art. In mukbang, people record themselves eating food very up close. And spelled Muckbang. And so they record themselves eating food, and it's basically they're gorging on food. And they put a microphone close to their mouth so you can hear all the sounds, the chewing, the chomping, the slurping, the burping, all of that, all of those sounds we really want to hear when someone is eating. And and people there are YouTube channels of people that all they do is mukbang. They literally just eat. And so that's really something. And I hadn't seen it in a while, and so like the last few days, it came up in my feed, and I was just like, oh my god, that is just, it kind of just makes food just look unappetizing, just like someone just look it up. It's really really strange. So my response to that is, what the duck, really? Yeah, that's all I could say. Enough said. All right, so I'm gonna turn this up even more now, and I'm gonna put some rice in the microwave. So I always have rice at the ready because I love to make fried rice. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave for 2 minutes to heat it up, so that when this is ready, I could go right ahead and eat. Okay, let me take a little sample of this. Most definitely, I don't even have to even sample it. I can feel it's not ready. Okay. All right. So McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap, the chicken snack wrap. Do you guys remember the chicken snack wrap? It's kind of like a little like a tortilla, a flour tortilla, and then the chicken, and then they put like a ranch sauce. I love those things, and then it went away like several years ago. And I was always like, why did it go away? And then I found out that McDonald's could not make them fast enough for it to be profitable. But somehow now they found a way to make it profitable. So they're bringing it back to selected cities this year, 2024. And then in 2025, they're bringing it nationwide. So that's a yes in my book because I love the snack wrap. And like, I'm not gonna deny it. I like McDonald's. Like, there are some time when you just want a craving for those fries. Like, I'm not gonna front. Like, I love fries. I like their McNuggets, and I like Mickey D's. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it's definitely ready. Let me taste the sauce. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more soy sauce. Needs a little more salt. Yeah, when I cook with spice powder, it's a little tricky sometimes because of, I guess, just the way that it settles on the food. I never can just like cook it and then take it out. Always gotta like try it out first and see if it's okay. Okay, now that's ready. First, I'm gonna turn this off. Awesome. Okay, let's turn this off. Right. Rice. Oh, it's super hot. Okay. Um, okay. So let me try this. Oh, this is like super hot. Mm. It's so simple and so tasty and very now you're doing mukbang on me. Um, it's good for the winter. It has because it's so earthy. It's great for the winter. Um, so oh my goodness, this just totally hits the spot. Completely hits the spot. All right. Um, so let's talk a little bit more. Um, and watch, and I'm already done. Already done. That was like 10, I think 10 or 12 minutes. That was so easy. Heinz. Oh, I had a cracked voice right there. Heinz is coming out with a ketchup with pickles. That is so great. I make my own pickles. I love pickles, and I think that you always want to like innovate down to the most basic thing of ketchup because it just like I said, flavor is what makes food. Otherwise, food is just food without spice and flavor. And I think that's great. Like I can't wait to go to McDonald's and then get a hamburger. When I look at my hamburger, I always want extra pickles because their pickles are just like McDonald's pickles have a certain taste. They use a certain blend to get their pickle. I always want to get more pickles, but you got to pay for more pickles. So now I could say, give me Heinz ketchup with pickles, and I don't have to get more pickles. Bam! Oh wow! It's the same thing again. Same thing again. I made another one of these, and the smell is so powerful. Oh my god, this is gonna be one of my go-tos. Definitely, you guys gotta try this out. All right, what else did I want to share with you? Oh, last thing. All right, so I was doing some research on beers, and I found out that the price of beer varies very, very widely when you go to basketball games. Did you know a 8-ounce beer at a Boston Celtics game is $17.28? Yes. And at a Cleveland Cavaliers game, it's $5.28. I mean, is that like a Northeast bougie kind of thing to charge all that money for a beer, and then you go to the Midwest and you charge $5.20, you get charged only $5.28? Like, what is up with that? That is straight up messed up. I don't get that. All right, thank you guys for tuning in tonight to After Hours. It was a pleasure. I hope you learned something and continue to come back. Let me know what you think about the recipe that I put on the show tonight, the cocktail mocktail, and I'll see you next time.